When converting the decimal to a percentage, why did we multiply by 100 over 100 instead of just multiplying by 100, as most often taught in school? Instead of multiplying by 100, and as a matter of fact, they like to use the form of placing the 100 over 1. Multiply by 100 over 1. Why is it that we did not do that, but instead multiply by 100 over 100? The first thing we need to know is that converting a decimal fraction to a percentage must not change its value. Only the form should be changed. If we are converting, it is the form that changes and not the value. 0.35 times 100, that is equal to 35. The 0.35 turns out to be 35, which is not true, because, well, as a matter of fact, 0.35 times 100 is equal to 35 is true. But if we are converting a number to a percentage, the value should not change. Therefore, whereas we begin with 0.35, we should not end with 35. Because 35 is not equal to 0.35, it means that the transformation is not correct, because the value of the number should not change when we are converting it to a percentage. Since the answer and the original are not equal, the calculation resulted in a change of value instead of only a change of form, and that makes it incorrect. We multiply now by 100 over 100 because by doing so the value does not change, because 100 over 100 is equal to 1. If you are multiplying a number and the answer is the same as the number, which is what is required, that can only be done by multiplying by 1. That is the first reason for multiplying by 100 over 100. We need the value of the number to be preserved when we are converting that number to a percentage. That can only be done by multiplying by 1, and that is why we choose to multiply by 100 over 100, which is equal to 1. And that is the first reason. We will take a look at the second reason on the next slide. The numerator is multiplied by 0.35. So this 100 is multiplied by 0.35. When we get the result, it is still going to be over 100. Multiply 0.35 by 100, we are going to get 35. And the result is still going to be over 100, which is this 100, which causes the result to be a percentage. We have no doubt that it is correct because there is a denominator of 100 without which the number could not be a percentage. The only way that our result can be a percentage is if the denominator is equal to 100, and that we will not have if we multiply by 100 or 100 over 1. So the first reason we have here is that the value of the number should not change when we are converting it to a percentage. It is only the form that should change, which is to a percentage, but the value should not change. We are going to take a look at the second reason. The second thing is that cannot be a percentage because it does not have a denominator of 100. That is the next reason. When we just multiply by 100 over 1, which is multiplying by 100, this result is not a percentage. For it to be a percentage, it has to be a fraction whose denominator is 100. the result is not equal to the original, that means that the conversion is not correct. 35 is not equal to 0.35. But when we multiply by 100 over 100, what will happen? That one is correct because 0.35 is being multiplied by 100 over 100, which is equal to 1. That means its value is not changing. The value of the number, therefore, does not change, only the form. And what happens? When we do that, we have 0.35 times 100 over 100. 0.35 times 100 is 35. And we still have this 100 over which it is placed, which makes it a percentage because it has a denominator that is equal to 100. There is your result. It has a denominator of 100, which makes it a percentage. Also, if we divide 35 by 100, the result is 0.35, which is the original number. If we divide 35 by 100, we will get 0.35. And 0.35 is what we were converting to a percentage. That means the value did not change. As we have it right there, we are back with our 0.35. Therefore, the value did not change. It is therefore very clear that the result that we have is equal to the original, which means that only the form of the number changed from decimal fraction to percentage, and not its value. For access to hundreds of free videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Richard James Mathematics Resources. For unlimited access to thousands of exclusive full-length videos, please subscribe to our Vimeo channel, Richard James Mathematics Resources.